Hmm.
It is June 6th, 0079, Episode 4, Not One Step Back. Would someone like to roll for narrative points?
I rolled last time. I'll let someone. So.
I will attempt to roll. Go. Oh, two narrative points. We ain't making it.
Measly narrative points.
We ain't making it out of Dakar, boys. I'm gonna be real with you.
Not with that attitude.
Okay then. You are currently, and I'm gonna really butcher this name, in the Commune De Jaxaay-Parcelles?
Commune De Jaxaay-Parcelles?
I think that's how that's pronounced.
Where is it? Oh, Commune De Jaxaay-Parcelles.
There we go. I took Spanish in high school, and I also failed that.
This is French.
Yeah, that's
related.
They're close, but
yeah, it's like I didn't take this language, and the language rules I'm familiar with that are similar. I also failed. So,
well, you see, French is also like it is the second most complex language in the world, right before English.
Actually, thing is, it is extremely easy to learn English, though. You just have to ignore most of the grammatical rules, which you can because all the rules are bullshit. They all come
pretty much.
Which makes.
But here's the issue with French. The issue with French is that you can't ignore the rules.
Yeah, you're.
Wait
there.
a minute. So we've been pushed far into Dakar now.
Yes, I'm glad someone noticed.
So okay, wait a minute. I'm trying to gauge our previous position real quick. Dakar 7 go. So we were about what? Can I see the map, please? Thank you. So we were about. Let me screenshot this real quick.
It's not the worst we've been pushed back, but we've lost a chunk of the city for sure.
You have lost a chunk of the satellite city, so your part of the line has not been hit hard. However, other parts of the line have been breached, and you've been subsequently been ordered to fall back to subsequent fallback points and new defensive lines repeatedly within the last month and a few days since last episode.
I see.
Oh, so it's been a little bit.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. Quite the time.
What day does that make it? That's
it's June 9th.
Oh boy, wow, we're in the break.
And our last episode was April 1st.
Yeah.
Right?
That episode ended on April 3rd.
Meaning it's been over a month.
Yeah.
In fact, it's been 2 months. Jesus. We have been defending Dakar for 2 months.
Yes. Just think of the medals. Hey, Meyer. You're sitting in this bombed out apartment along with you and the rest of your guys. It's currently 10 o'clock. They're huddled around like story time. What are you telling them?
Let's go with the reason I don't let Mac use the underbarrel grenade launcher anymore.
Very well then. Continue. You may finish the story.
I'm going to go back to my notes because this is a story I've shamelessly stolen. My notes, I mean, just an old message.
That is a note.
I guess. It wasn't originally created for this purpose. Originally. So I turned to Mac and asked him, where the fuck did the cow go? And he looks at me and he's damn near pissing himself laughing. It turns out that when he went to pull the trigger and that MG opened up, he flinched so hard that he missed the barn he was aiming at and blew the cow away. We laughed so fucking hard we couldn't shoot back for 30 seconds. Long story short, he doesn't get the explosives anymore.
Connie chuckles a bit and starts scratching at his unshaven face. I'm assuming it's been a little bit since we've been able to properly groom ourselves beyond what means we have in the trenches.
Yeah, it's not been great.
How many more have we gotten? Any more kills? I mean, it's been almost 2 months.
Thing is, it's mostly been infantry thrown against you.
But clearly they learned their lesson. Stop sending mobile suits against us. We'll just kick their ass.
I mean, the last time they did it, we did like blow up their line. So that's not actually inaccurate.
Has Connie gotten any letters since then?
Connie? No.
Hmm.
You know what you have gotten though, Philippe, is 10 new members of your platoon. All sourced from the city of Dakar.
Oh,
They showed up to the front with an armband, a rifle, and a helmet.
Oh, it's real bad.
You know, the last guys they sent to you like this pretty much died immediately. So good luck.
So we're on to our second group of just like conscripts or whatever the fuck these guys are.
Oh, they're not conscripted. They're volunteers for the defense of Dakar. They live there.
Well, at least we're not forcing them into anything.
However, you actually have gotten some good news, Philippe. There's actually some really great news. Yes, last month, General Rebo was made the Minister of Defense.
All according to Kaikaku, I guess.
And a week after his assignment, you got released a version of what's called the Victory Plan. Everyone has read it. And it overlays the details for the creation of an 80 million man army.
Philippe's pretty confident in this.
And a 320% increase in war production.
Yeah, Philippe's very like smugly content about this now that Rebel's in charge. He's pretty confident everything will be put right, and this is a great example. Basically, from Philippe's perspective, we can finally stop fighting this war like amateurs.
As we start filling our ranks with literal amateurs.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I will worry about it.
They're patriotic volunteers, not amateurs.
You told me to not worry about it for a while, man.
You know, but so 2 weeks ago, the Zeeks made their breakthrough, and then they've been consolidating their gains for the most part and building up strength.
I guess we've been taking the time to train up the new guys.
Between, the raids.
Yeah. I mean, the raids are good training. I'm used to getting shot at.
However, you have a new problem, though. Now that you're in an urban environment, calling in airstrikes has become difficult, let's just say. Well,
theoretically.
Surprising. It was inevitable that we would start to lose air superiority.
No, you've not lost air superiority. It's just, should you call an airstrike near your position, on account of all the buildings, there's a non-insignificant chance you will hit your own guys. What you still have available to you, though, is the massive artillery batteries, because the coordinates it's between the battery and you do not move.
And I'm assuming everything in front of us is pre-sighted.
Oh, yes, of course, naturally. As we all know, artillery is the god of war.
Yes.
I'm going to spend a narrative point.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Philippe. You're in your command building.
Yeah.
And then you hear a whistling noise.
I look for where the whistling is coming from.
Probably above you.
Hey, Philippe. Saul. I would like the both of you to roll me keen and awareness. Before you roll it, what is your respective ordinance?
My
ordinance is 5.
My ordinance is 4.
Saul, I'd like you may give yourself a +2.
Okay.
Philippe, you may give yourself a +3.
And we are rolling
keen and awareness.
Keen and awareness.
Okay.
4, 5. That's not, so 9 with a +2. That is 11.
I got a 1-1 for a 2.
Oh, that's a critical success. Philippe, you're being shelled. You can hear it. It's inbound, not outbound.
Philippe just shouts for everyone to take cover.
I got 9 successes, and I start I just rushed to put just to shove anyone down into cover.
Philippe, you see Saul literally not body tackle Sergeant Ricardo to the ground. Meyer, Connie, you're hearing something.
Oh no.
Is it that word whistling of the shells by any chance?
Yes. I'd like you to both make me keen awareness. What is your respective ordinance?
0. I'm fairly certain.
4.
Yes, 0.
Meyer, you may give yourself a +2.
Okay.
Also, Connie, do not forget, you also add your telepathy bonus.
All right. So that is keen and awareness 5. So 9.
Huh?
5.
Plus.
You said keen and awareness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1. So my keen is 5. My awareness is 3. Plus that 1 telepathy, it's 9.
Got it.
And I got a 5, so that's 4 degrees. No. Yeah, 4 degrees of success?
2 degrees of success. I had a very high margin, but I rolled not spectacularly.
5 degrees of success. I forgot meeting it.
You're hearing inbound artillery.
Oh, docking covered.
Yep.
All of you feel for the next 30 seconds. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and 15 rounds hit your buildings. Thanks. Dust comes down from the ceiling and lightly covering all of your heads. It has stopped again.
Is this like mortars or is it dedicated heavy guns?
Who got the critical success?
Philippe did.
Yeah, Philippe did.
You estimate these are 75 mils.
Okay, so light artillery.
Yeah, but how are our shelters holding up?
For considering the fact that you're living in currently like a Khrushchevki, which is, just a concrete apartment building, pretty solid.
Okay. We're going to try to undertake some minor fortification efforts, because if the heavier guns start hitting, it won't do much, but it'll make everyone feel a little better.
We got basements in these things, right?
And at the very minimum, we have sandbags we can start throwing everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
We got plenty of sand, we got plenty of bags.
Mm-hmm.
So we can at least fortify walls and stuff like that, make firing positions. If this is really just an actual, like, apartment building, basically, we definitely want to start doing that post-haste.
Connie has already made a scratch-built tripod for his AMR, so he doesn't have to stick it out the window. Because that's a really good way to get yourself killed when you're a sniper.
Excellent. What has everyone been doing to keep themselves busy through this long month you've had to live through?
Oh man.
Connie's probably penning another letter to his father, saying how.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, saying how the battle isn't going that well in Dakar, but we're holding out. And he's also probably taken up sketching in different techniques and styles to keep the monotony of being under constant bombardment down. So he's probably sketched members of the platoon as opposed to his usual wildlife sketches.
A picture of the concrete jungle.
Nah, that's too boring for him. He's lived that. He's sketching people. Probably asked Rekoa to sit on the Regina while he sketched.
Yeah, and to which he said, paint me one of your French girls.
How cliche.
What about you, Meyer? What have you been doing? Connie, you may regain 1 mind health, and you have the choice of attempting to increase your expression skill or D2 mind health.
I want to increase my expression because I'm full on mind health. Turns out, chugging a bottle of whiskey after seeing some of the most horrific combat ever is a great mental health strategy.
Surely
Downside up.
Expression just automatically improves because I have a 0 in it.
Very well then. Meyer, what have you been doing?
Probably like the first week after Connie's supply run, burning through his like stash of cigarettes and such very quickly, and then realizing I'm not dead yet, so I should probably like start rationing this stuff.
Connie's probably bumming a few cigarettes off of you ever since last episode.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Everyone knows where has the supply. Well, those numbers may in fact be dwindling now.
To be fair, Connie got them for you, and Connie probably needs one.
That's true. He's had a bad go.
It's Meyer. It's not that everyone else doesn't have cigarettes. It's that you have civilian cigarettes. Big difference.
Yeah, they're significantly less garbage. Honestly, though, he'd probably be using those more as currency than to smoke, because we've discovered just how valuable those can be. Like his constant scrounging for more and more shit whenever possible. Like, if he can go and get sandbags off, another unit that's nearby, or if it's, we're back in a situation where we're running out of coolant for the APCs, and he can go and buy that off somebody with, one of the few trade items that he's going to have out on the front lines. Basically, he's spending his time making sure that, like, at least his squad is as best equipped as it possibly can be. To the point that, like, the lunchbox probably has even more difficulty fitting everyone inside it than it should, because he's crammed every available space with, like, extra ammo, gear, whatnot. And, like, the moment the fighting fell back inside the city, he absolutely would have went and scavenged, like, an AC unit off somewhere and bribed one of the more technical-minded members of the platoon to try and hook up so he could have AC in the friggin' lunchbox. Because, good God, would I not want to be in an APC in the middle of the fucking desert. I guess Dakar's not really the desert, but you know what I'm saying.
It's hot.
It's fucking hot, and if he can find a way to, not be sweltering, he'll take it.
Saul. Guess not. Philippe, you've already decided.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there's Saul.
Yeah.
Saul, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, it didn't tell me I was muted. That's cool. Okay. Saul probably has been. There's just so much stress and going on that he's kind of like he's taking his own like time he should be taking resting, and because he can't rest because he's worried about the person he loves, and he's worried about his family, and now he's just starting to channel that into, I might not be able to help save them. If I could save the people I'm leading. So he's spending a lot of time maintaining and fixing things. Whether that be weapons or binoculars, vehicles, whatever we can.
Hey, Meyer, Connie. I'd like you to both make me keen and empathy, and I'm -1.
Is mine just flat because of my telepathy?
Correct.
That is a pass of 1 degree.
Keen and empathy. I got. That's 2 degrees of failure.
Very well then. After the bombardment, things get back to normal. And you two notice Lieutenant Saul working on his shit. And Meyer, he's felt kind of off.
After the stress of this gets to a lot of people at this point.
I don't know, but like Lieutenant Saul seems almost dreamish, like he's not all there. And he is an officer, so
That's slightly concerning. Meyer might see about assisting in whatever he's working at here. Like, if he's got anything in his vast store of random bullshit that might be helpful, and also let him like get a better idea what the lieutenant's deal is, why he's so particularly affected.
Saul, you hear the crunch of footsteps over the rubble.
He like turns around.
Yeah, you take a look away from the machine gun you're working on. Yeah, and up comes Corporal Meyer with his rifle slung over his shoulder.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to have to shoot someone. Meyer? What's up?
Just wondering what you're working at there, sir.
Oh, yeah, the machine gun.
You see Saul pull the charge back, and it doesn't quite fully go away.
Damn it.
Would I be able to do some kind of check to see if Meyer can help the lieutenant identify what's going wrong with this weapon?
Well, you first have to get it in your hands, because you can clearly see what the problem is, but not how to fix it.
Maybe another set of eyes on the problem, Lieutenant? Motion to the gun.
I'm sure you don't need any sleep, or you can go get some grub. It's no problem. I can do it.
Meyer reaches into his pocket and pulls out a one of his dwindling supply of like energy drinks. As long as I have these, I don't need sleep generally. Plus, I'm not sure I'm capable of it if I keep drinking 4 of these a day.
That'll blow out your heart, man.
It's like, yeah, that's my number one problem.
Fire's just shocked to survive this as long as everything else is kind of just take it as it goes.
It turns out your strategy of the best will keep me alive has worked out so far.
Yeah. Till that backfires eventually, but
that is for future Corporal Meyer. You are current.
Current Corporal Meyer likes to set challenges for future Meyer. Keep him sharp.
Saul just kind of looks a little bit like he acquiesces to you helping him, but he looks a bit. He just looks kind of sheepish.
I'm tired.
Yeah, no. He looks like he has been drinking, and the drinking has not, done its job. He has been drinking to help lower his stress, but the issue is he's working himself so hard, he's sweating out the alcohol before it actually hits him.
Yeah, having a real rough go at that.
Yeah, just a bit.
Meyer, now that now that Saul is moved out of the seat, and you get a look at this MG, I'd like you to make me tact and firearms.
There comes. Okay. Oop. That is fail by 2.
Oh.
So you go to pull the charge, and same problem. It's not going all the way back.
Meyer will sigh, reach into his pocket and grab cigarettes, and grab one, stick it in his mouth, refer one to the lieutenant, and say, we have people, paid for this. Why not take it to one of the armors?
Because they're busy already.
Yeah, but I'd rather us not be dead because the machine gun's not working.
And I'd rather other people not be dead because they're worked to death.
I'll just Saul. That advice could apply elsewhere. You're not any use to us. You drop dead before the Zeeks even attack. Lieutenant.
I'm fine. I say with 4 out of 7 mind.
A bit frayed at the edges.
Just a little bit. Look, Meyer, I appreciate your concern, but I'm an officer. I'm supposed to be on top of everything. You're my guys.
Yeah, but Tenant, if you want to do the right thing by us, you have to do the right thing for you. If you're completely burnt out, how could I trust? If you're supposed to help lead us, and you're completely fried, that doesn't do us any fucking good whatsoever.
Well, it's a bit hard to not be fucking fried. I mean, look around you, man.
Connie's gonna come up while this discussion is happening. Is the MG still broke?
Yeah, you can see the two of them arguing over it.
All right. Well, while they're arguing, I'm gonna take a crack at it.
Meyer saw Connie walks up and says,
You want me to take a look at it, Saul?
Be my guest. I was trying to do something nice. Apparently, that's fucking the bad thing.
And Connie's like, whoa, Saul. And he puts a hand on Saul's shoulder. I understand that you're looking out for us. And we all appreciate that. Especially me. And probably Meyer and Philippe do as well. But you also need to look after yourself. I want you to survive this war. And I think everyone else here wants you to survive this war. And if you keep on working yourself to the bone until your brain breaks, you're not going to survive this war. So get some shut-eye, get some water in you, get some food in you. I'll handle it, all right?
He rubs his face a bit. I don't know if I can get sleep, but I'll at least get some water in me.
Just a couple minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes alone. That'll probably help you a bit.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm worried about you, Saul. I really am.
Thanks. Honestly, I'm just frazzled.
We all are a bit frazzled.
Everything I care about, it's all out of my grasp. It's all within the fucking Zeke's grasp.
And he smiles a bit. Well, genuine pain smile comes across his face. It's in their grasp, but it's still there. We'll take it back. Set. Colony 13 inside 2. That's gone.
Yeah.
I don't got a home to come back to, but I'm going to fight for yours, Saul. You have my word.
Jeffcom, he just kind of looks devastated by that. And he just kind of, look, do you need a hug, man? Or
that's fraternization.
Right.
I think we could all use a hug, Saul. And he sits down and takes a peek at the MG.
Tact firearms, Connie.
All right. I got snake eyes.
Give yourself another awakening point. You move the boat as you pull the boat back to check it. You move it up ever so slightly. You don't know why you do this, but it slides right on through. Meyer, you take a look at it, and you notice that there's a small, very small piece of like metal fragment that gets stuck in the gun in action.
Connie's gonna pick it out and take a look at it. What is it? Is it just shrapnel? Is it like a minor broken down component? Is it like brass or the linkage?
It's a small broken piece of brass. Very small.
Oh, Connie does not like that whatsoever.
Smaller than your fingernail, actually.
He's gonna throw it away and not say anything because that's just gonna bring down the mood. But that worries him greatly.
Oh?
If we're getting brass that bursts in the chamber enough to, because I'm assuming it's an M2, right? The venerable M2 Browning.
No, this is a LMG.
Oh, okay, it's an LMG. So M240, I'm guessing, or an M60.
No, it's a not L7. It's not an L7, guys.
Legally distinct from such.
Precisely.
It's so legally distinct we can't be sued for it.
See? Caffeine.
This is why sometimes it's important to get your subordinates to do things.
All right, well, now I have a very legitimate question.
What?
Is it a Bren gun or is it an FN mag? Because there's both of those weapons share the designation L7.
I've been thinking about the 80s too much.
All right, so FN mag. So
yes.
We're not... Okay, I'm very glad because I was getting very worried. The boys is understandable. The Bren gun is not.
I don't know. You say that like the L86 isn't just an L85, but with bigger rounds.
Well, yes. But yeah, he racks the bolt a bit, make sure it cycles properly, and hands it off to Saul. And goes back to observing the urbanized hellscape outside of the apartment, probably on the lookout for scouts or snipers.
Hey, Philippe. I'd like you to give me a keen awareness test at -3. What is your threshold?
It is a keen awareness at a -3, so 4, and I rolled a 4. So 1 success.
Oh, 1 success. Philippe, so here's your position. You're looking down a main road. You basically have an overarching position right over it. The reason why you're defending this position, among all others that you could be defending, is behind you on the hill, just above, is an artillery observation post. It's actually extremely vital for the defense of the district, because it can see roughly 50 miles in all directions. And you spot someone, it looks like a boot and a rifle barrel right down the road. Right around the corner of a building. You can't fully see them, though. Your response?
So I saw someone down the road.
Mm-hmm. And there's only a few people that could be. Especially considering they're armed.
Okay, am I on sentry duty or something?
You were just taking a look.
Oh, okay. I was taking a look. I mean, standard operating procedures to call out the call and response. So, what is our call and response for today?
Oh, this guy's down the road, like 200 meters. Unless you want to scream out to him.
Okay, I will look at him in my binoculars. Is he wearing a Federation uniform, or is he
You
uniform?
can catch part of the pants. It's green. So, Zeke.
Okay, so we all federal troops in this area are wearing the classic beige type off-white, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll point them out to who's ever on sentry duty so that they are aware and just pass around the word to be ready.
Hey, Saul.
Yes.
The radio next to you goes off. It's Lieutenant Philippe.
Philippe, what's up?
Zeke force is about 200 meters away. Get ready.
I start heading out and quietly making hand signs to everyone I meet, get ready, get to positions. I don't really want to shout because we just got fucking shelled recently.
Like they don't know where you are.
I mean, yeah, but also I don't want to make our situation worse. And I'll go to Corporal and I'll go to Meyer and Connie and especially point out hey, get ready, get everyone together.
Can I scan and see if there's any more Zekes, or is it just him so far?
I'm going to spend another narrative point.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the NVGs, you got. You're out of batteries.
Oh, I didn't realize it was night.
It's, yeah, I mentioned it's 9 o'clock.
Well, shit.
For some reason, I'd assume that was AM. My bad.
Are the batteries in his scope still on?
No.
Oh, dear.
So it's just a regular scope.
I don't even think I can see through it if the batteries are off on it. Because
thing is,
that's how
it's been like this for a couple of days now. You do.
okay, so it's just
yeah. You think you have your old scope, which is just a scope.
Yeah. Well, that's all I need.
Would Myers still have any batteries, considering batteries were on his list of bullshit to acquire?
Yeah, you were, however, the only person with batteries left.
Considering how effective Tommy has been at covering us with that rifle, I will, if I see him going to scan and then curse that he does not have, battery power left, I will, unshuck the ones from mine.
Thank you, Corporal Meyer.
Take another Zeke's head off for us, and I'll consider it a fair trade.
Fair enough.
Meyer will go and make sure his squad is set up and ready.
All right. Well, this poor Zeke bastard's gonna get it, unfortunately. So he's still. Has Connie cited a different one, or the same Zeke bastard that Philippe called out?
You are seeing a man around the corner with a rifle barrel sticking out.
Has he moved at all, or?
Lieutenant Philippe has said nothing of the sort.
I'm going to try to. Connie's gonna really focus, thinking on his seemingly new abilities. He's going to try and see if he can...
Yeah, you're going to do what?
I'm going to try and see if I can like sense a person. Like this isn't just bait trying to draw. Like it's not a sniper bait.
Okay then. I'd like you to roll me keen awareness. -3.
So -3 with my telepathy bonus.
Yeah,
Since
so
I'm literally trying to feel out his life force.
that's not why.
Keen and awareness. -2. All right. Keen 5, awareness 3. So that's it's 8 -2 is 5. I got 6.
1 failure?
Yes, 1 degree of failure.
You know, he does look like sniper bait, actually.
Hmm.
Meyer, what are you doing?
Getting my squad ready. Question: are the like auxiliaries that we have, are they been posted to like our individual squads, or are they like a separate section added on to us?
They are a separate section added onto you.
Okay. Do they have their own like NCO leading them, or are they just 10 jabronis with rifles?
There are 10 guys with rifles. It has been up to Philippe to decide who leads them.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to suss out who's in charge, and then basically like I want to warn them that we have like contact coming up, but I don't want them like opening up before giving an order before anyone else does, because I want to make sure if we start shooting, if the Zeeks are coming in, I want to make sure we wait. We do it in such a way that we're actually going to, stop them, not just force them to the ground immediately and light up our position for, the artillery. They already have sighted in on us. So I just wasn't sure who was in charge of these guys.
Yeah, Philippe, who is in charge of these guys?
The new guys?
Yes.
Do we have any NCOs without a command?
You have Sergeant Ricardo, your platoon sergeant.
Sergeant Ricardo then would be.
Oh.
Makes the most sense, put the most veteran sergeant with the guys.
Well, if he's in charge of them, I have every confidence in Ricardo. Seems pretty fucking confident thus far, so
he has yet to disappoint.
Yeah. So with that in mind, I'll like focus my efforts to my own guys.
As you see Mickey get ready, along with the rest of the team. Connie.
Yes.
Are you going to take a shot at this guy at all?
Well, I feel like it'd be gamey too, because I failed it and you said, yep, he's definitely sniper bait.
You're not going to walk into the trap?
I'm going to search around if there's anyone else around, because if there's one Zeke, there's bound to be another Zeke somewhere.
Okay, then. I'd like you to roll me tact and awareness. No bonuses. Just tact and awareness.
Yeah, flat tact and awareness. All right. So tact is 5, awareness is 3, so that's 8. I got 8, so that's 1 degree of success.
Listen very closely through the distant rattling of gunfire and artillery. And you're hearing voices, a lot of
Can I locate the source of those voices?
they seem like they're coming from the enemy line.
Shit. Is Corporal Meyer close by?
Yes.
You hearing that, Meyer?
I'll attempt to, I guess, if that's all right.
Sure.
That's a keen awareness in this case.
Correct.
Okay. That's a pretty good roll, actually. Got a 8 in that, and I rolled a 4, so that'll be 5 success.
5 success? You can.
Yeah.
Actually, when you listen very closely, Meyer, you're hearing something else actually as well. Engines. And, you've been in the military for a really long time. And you can tell the difference between when an engine's coming towards you or it's behind you. They sound different.
Gotcha. Does it sound like engines behind or engines coming in?
Oh, they're engines coming in.
Okay. I'll certify. I hear we got motors coming in, and I hear voices too. I'll go make sure the AT teams are ready.
I'll be on standby. And I'll shoot the first Zeke bastard that pops his head up.
Maybe shoot the next one too while you're thinking of it.
No. I'll keep shooting.
And with that, Meyer will go pass the word along the line that we got. It's not just infantry incoming.
Very well then. You tell Rekala, who's very carefully taking aim down the road. Connie.
Yes.
You see this guy look around the corner. You can see his face now.
I'm not going to aim for his face. I'm going to aim for his body behind the building.
Very well then. I'm going to spend a narrative point though.
Oh.
This guy looks like he's at best 17. You may make your tact and firearms roll now.
Oh. At best, that's no good.
Well,
I'm hesitating, but tact and firearms. Yeah, no, he has to.
You already said you're going to do it.
Has to. I know. Oh my god. God. Oh dear lord. No modifiers?
No modifiers. Your thing is the building cannot give this guy cover when you're just trying to go straight through the building.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh, sweet merciful Jesus. Yeah, Connie sees him, pulls the trigger, and the second he pulls the trigger, he sees his face, and he just feels a stab in the heart. 5 successes.
Oh.
Yep. The scene slows as is an intermittent cut of frame after frame of him, this guy slowly falling to the ground. Meyer, you hear a yell, and then you see 6 illumination flares and 1 signal flare go up into the night sky.
Oh shit.
Suddenly the road is bathed in light, and then you hear the roar of enemy artillery. Then The barrage starts hitting you, and you'll duck for cover as, it seems like the world's ending.
Connie's down on his knees right next to his rifle, and his hand is over his mouth. He looks like he's dry heaving.
Connie, please take 1 mind damage from me, please. When you get when you get back up, you hear a yell, "Bonsai!"
We're doing this again. Sorry, I said there, not your. I just wanted to make sure.
There, as in Zeke's, not on me.
Yeah. Go mine. There is in Zeke's, not yours in go mine. Oh. Who's going first?
Zeon is.
Oh, no. Oh, actual tanks this time. Fun.
Yes. Luckily, you have a shit ton of ATGMs.
Oh boy, I sure do love. You know, if Philippe wasn't like suspicious at all, we probably would be fucked. I was thinking about that.
Oh.
Yeah, no. If Philippe didn't warn us, we would like almost everybody would be sitting around, not at their battle stations.
Huh?
Well, most of us were just inside, kind of just resting.
Well, yeah, your house is your battle station.
I mean, fair.
I'll be right back.
I think I get his point. It's like if we hadn't had that warning, this could have got more of a drop on us.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I would not be at an ATGM right now. I would probably be in the command room messing with stuff.
Because I read he's suspicious as he somehow predicted this attack. Like he's
No, he just was just like, he saw a dude down the street. He's like, nah, that's no good.
He's got that command sense.
I mean, to be fair, his instincts have been pretty solid so far. So they're telling me that he's clairvoyant. There's enough superstition at work that maybe that's believed.
Philippe is a good luck charm.
I mean, so far, sort of, kind of. It's a mixed bag, really.
It's a matter of perspective, really.
He keeps leading us into glorious battle. The problem is that it's still battle.
I see. So these Zeeks open up. Let's see. And Boz is starts taking fire. Next poll. Mickey's APC racks up. From across the street as per plan, and starts opening up on the Zeeks who just came and fired on the building. It's a 5, 11.
So the Zeeks attempt to charge and close with us, or are they just okay?
And he's tearing into the squad that fired at Boz. I also realized I accidentally pulled up the wrong sheet for the NPC mechanized infantry. Oops. Meyer, you hear Rekwa say, I'm not seeing any A vehicles.
They're around somewhere. Keep an eye open.
You know, as you hear, the bullets flying into your position. Meyer, it's your turn. You've been pulled.
I'm back.
Okay, if there's enemy infantry close, I'm just going to use the underbarrel and try and put high X into him, try and break up whatever this attack is trying to accomplish. Probably just pop it into the front. Whatever rank of Zeke's is, looks like they're moving in the closest. So I guess I'd be firing into the same squad we already opened up with the APC, since they've acted and therefore have closed.
Very well then. You may do a tact and ordnance check.
Tact ordnance, okay. Flat success.
You apply 1 damage.
Okay.
As you hear the explosion, and you see a couple of them hit the deck, as they're getting churned up in this charge. But fire from your building is eating into a Zeke's.
All right.
But that hasn't really deterred them. Saul, it is you've been pulled. What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, between infantry and those are just fucking tanks. Also, mortars are a problem. I hate this. I think I'm going to. Fuck it. I'm gonna mortar like I did last time. I'm gonna fire DTM. Also, if I pop open the fuck out, I'll probably get a shot again.
Yeah, wait, so I'll get shot again in this encounter?
No,
not yet.
Oh, thank God.
If I open the couple to use the machine gun on infantry approaching, I'll probably not get hit. So what I'm doing is I'm firing an ATG at the plus with the mortar team first. And can I take a reaction to me?
sure.
That's a +2, correct?
Yeah. So this will be on a -1.
A total?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're rolling 1 below my regular threshold. Okay. Fantastic. I take it systems, keen, and ordnance.
Poise, actually.
Poise? Okay, thank you. 3, 4, 3. Minus 1 is 9. Alright, well. Guys, you fucked me on every single first shot I've done. Maybe don't this time. Well, you decided to tell me to go fuck myself. How many narrative points do we have?
5.
5? You've been using those a lot.
So we started with 2, so yeah. Go ahead and beating the shit out of us with them.
Yeah.
I want you to have them.
That's fair.
I mean, do you guys mind if I reroll, or
go for it?
Do it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I can roll worse than what I rolled.
See, don't say that until after the dice have left your hand again.
Now, technically, I did roll better. However, it's still really bad. So let's see how many points of failure here, because that's ew. That is 5 points of failure.
Yup, so you rock around the corner. Like, what the plan? You see this 2-man and mortar team take cover behind a brick wall. And you're like, I'll just shoot the ATGM at them. I'm not going to get out in the middle of a gunfight to man the MMG. That's awful. It's going to get me killed. So you shoot the wire, and it immediately gets snagged on a pole as you're adjusting your aim. And, gets thrown to the side. And then the wire snaps, and you can no longer control the ATGM, so it just flies right over them and into the ground.
God damn it.
I legitimately thought. Go ahead.
You thought I fucking shot myself pretty much?
No, I thought after GoMine said you lose control of the rocket and it goes wide, I so expected GoMine to say, "Hey, Connie, Meyer."
No, but thing is, Meyer and Connie are behind Saul right now.
Ah.
Because there's the apartment, there's the T in the road, and the top of the T, and then there's a long part of the T, and you're all looking down the long part of the T.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, Philippe. I'd like you to roll me a grit athletics check. Because you've been targeted by the Zeke mortar.
I have failed.
Oh, already?
Yes, I have rolled -3 failures.
Hold up. Oh, wait. Can I? Oh, shit. Am I close enough? Am I close enough to use Lookout on Philippe? Or is he in an entirely different defensive position than me?
I have a question. What is the effect of Lookout?
When an ally is attacked, you can give them a +1 on the skill check to evade, but if they fail to roll, you take the damage.
That's already that's 3 failures though, so that's still 2 failures.
That is true.
And I'm going to be straight with you, Meyer. If you get hit with a mortar all on your own, you're probably going to just die.
Oh, that was Connie talking. Meyer wasn't in a plan to be taking a mortar out. Listen, Meyer's opinion of Philippe is pretty high. I'm not quite sure if it's take a mortar round for him deliberately high, but that opinion only applies to Meyer and maybe Halffoot, but definitely Meyer.
Yeah, Connie, what do?
Well,
because if I remember correctly, what you just said is if Philippe fails the test, which he has, it must target you instead.
Yes.
Do you want to use a reaction to try to dodge this?
Well, so even if I dodge it, Philippe won't take the damage, right?
Yeah, that's how it's panning out.
Fuck it, we ball.
Very well then. You may use your reaction to do a grit and athletics check.
All right.
You see Connie, through the scope of your rifle, you see the mortar get down on setup. It's a 2-man mortar, knee mortar, very portable.
My threshold is 6.
Do you want a narrative point?
How many do we got, boys?
4.
4? I'm gonna only use a narrative point to re-roll if I fuck up.
Thing is, if you gave yourself a +2 now and you have to re-roll, your odds are better. Unless you really want to go fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball. I'm just doing the re-roll. Oh my god! 6.
6
1 degree of success.
1 degree of success.
Yeah. Connie sees this and just fucking tackles Philippe to the ground.
Good job with your 3 degrees of success.
Yeah, well done.
Connie, Philippe, you feel a mortar round hit into the wall right in front of you. Connie, you feel a sharp pain in your back.
Oh god.
However, you're wearing a flak jacket.
Yes.
You start to check yourself, and you can't feel any blood. However, remove your 2 armor.
0. Connie's patting himself on the back, seeing if no wound. He's just gonna undo his flak jacket and throw it off. It's just gonna weigh him down now.
Philippe kind of sits up from the tackle, looks at Connie, pats him on the shoulder, says, "Good man," and stands back and returns to directing the combat.
Connie nods after Philippe says good man, and he runs back to his ATR.
Philippe, as you get back up to the window, you see rolling around the corner a Magellan. The scene cuts to Meyer, in the other part of the building. You hear Meyer. You hear Rucko say, "Shit."
Told you.
Oh god.
Philippe, you see an ATGM smack right into the building in corner as his tank is coming around. The scene cuts to Saul, looking on in horror as this tank comes around.
Oh,
So you hear
Great.
you see it. It's turning its turret. Then you hear a loud bang as it goes off. What do you do in this specific moment?
I use my reaction to aim.
No, I want
earlier.
your emotional reaction.
My emotional reaction.
Yes.
I mean, he's the first line of the first line defense here between him and the guys, but he's just kind of thinking about how he might. This is hell. This Federation, even though the fleet tried to convince him otherwise, has put the best of the best, so to speak, in a position that they are left to die. They did similarly to his family, some of which are prisoners of war of Zeon. And the cherry on the shit pie is he might not ever get to see the woman he loves. As this is coming for.
Saul, as the boom rings in your ears, you flinch. Philippe, you see a giant yellow tracer go right through the femme fatale, Mickey's APC. Like completely gutting it at it's not Astatail. What's it? I don't remember the
Stem to stern?
Yeah, stem to stern.
Tip to tail.
The hip to tit.
Oh.
Not hip to tail, like I'm thinking like the top. Like just as a body metaphor. Anyways, this is running on too long. Either way, completely gutted. And then it throws another round into this APC, definitely killing it. That's another spent narrative point on my end to make a bad thing happen. Yeah, that's
Who's in the femme fatale?
Mickey, Sergeant Mickey.
Fuck. Not Mickey! They got Mickey! I'm actually going to shout that in character.
Connie, you've been pulled. However,
I am going to.
However, you have what's the word? Used your reaction, but you still have your action.
That's fine. I'm going to get vengeance. So I'm going to target that Magellan attack tank, and it's been 2 months. Connie has probably studied every single thing he can about Xeon vehicles. Mm-hmm. So he knows that Magellan Top has a very, very stupid, obvious weak spot that will knock out the main advantage of the Magellan. The glass in the turret / fight. Killing the operator and preventing a takeoff. So he's going to do that.
I'd like you to make me attack and firearms in a -3.
Oh.
Alright, so that'll be firearms 5 -3, 7. Right? Yeah. Alright. And I get a +1 from weak point.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be 8. Three. So that would be 6 degrees of success.
The camera pans to you, Connie, as you're lining up this shot. You pull the trigger. All right. We see the tracer fly from your position and into the canopy, and then the screen cuts to see the impact, and all we see from the camera's point of view is the man inside get replaced by a glass canopy that's been pierced and is completely red.
That's another tank kill. I got him, Meyer.
Let me remove the first seat tank.
Good work.
Meyer. As you're looking down this road, as the firefight's, going into full swing, you see another tank round the corner, right from where the first one was. As, with the gunner or commander dead, the first one is retreating. It takes aim at your part of the building.
If I see this thing rolling up, would it be possible to try and use a load of smoke around and try and blind its gun?
You have an ATGM. Oh wait, no, you also have the grenade launcher.
Yeah, I assumed I was using the grenade launcher.
Yes, That is
Since I was
possible.
fighting the infantry before, so.
Although you do have 2 ATGMs.
Wow,
I would-
believe me. The only reason I'm doing this is because this is what's in my hands right now. As soon as I have...
Remember, you command the rest of your squad to do stuff as well as yourself. You have an additional ATGM operator.
Yeah, I'll just point at the tank to my TGM then and just say, let's fuck them up. And in that case, then I will just fire off the... What the hell is that thing called? The Wyvern?
Yeah, we decided on Wyvern.
Okay.
I'd like you to make me a tact and ordnance test.
Okay. Tact.
So,
Ordnance.
since you have 2, would you like to do 1 check and a -1, but you need a 5 successes to get the second hit? Or would you like to do a second test and a -2, where it's 2 separate attacks?
Probably the separate, because I only have like a 4 in ordnance and a 3 attack, so...
Would you like a narrative point then?
Oh, I guess we do have those. Yes, I would like to use a narrative point then to give myself at least a decent shot with one of these 2.
Very well then.
So let's go with the first one, tact, ordnance. 7, and then that's temporarily up to 9. That is a decent enough roll. That's 5 success.
You annihilate this tank.
Excellent. Oh, lie. Where the fuck are our tanks? We keep fighting armor and Zaku's. I haven't seen a Federation tank at all. I think Connie invented the existence of his girlfriend's unit.
I think I did.
It's all schizophrenia.
God, I hope they're doing well. God, I hope they're doing well. Schizophrenia. I bet that's fucking Meyer's reaction to Connie saying, I think I can sense people's souls.
Meyer,
Yeah.
as you've gotten up to deal with these guys, you see your fellow ATGM operator, take one on right in the chest and fall to the ground.
Fuck.
That wasn't Rekuo, was it?
No. Rekuo is
Oh, thank God.
the Regina operator.
Well, I mean, they're both ATGMs. It's just one's very big.
Well, there's a very big difference between a squad based ATGM and a ATGM team.
Nah, that's true.
My guy who went down, is he dead or just downed?
Writhing in pain.
Fuck.
No, that's fine. The flak jacket ate it.
No, the flak jacket doesn't help with bullets.
Then why are we wearing them?
Because it saves you from shrapnel, dumbass. What part of bullet is in flak jacket?
There's some implications there.
I guess I always forget how many actions we actually do on a turn. So I guess narratively I'm done, but the first thing I would do is he'd drop the launcher that now spent, and my plan is to drag this guy to cover and try to administer first aid, because he is very determined to keep as much of the hitherto immortal second squad still around. So,
Philippe, you see from down the road the last tank come and fire a smoke round into the middle of the road.
Oh no.
It is now your pull, Philippe. What do you want to do?
So we're getting pushed by Zeke armor now that's smoking the approach to the building.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they're smoking it, that means they're either going to try to push through on the road or they're going to send infantry to take the building through the smoke. Considering it's Zeke's and they're screaming Banzai, I really doubt they're going to bypass us. So Philippe will give the order for suppressing fire through the smoke and to fix bayonets. And prepare for house-to-house, room-to-room fighting.
I don't want to do this no more.
Very well done. Philippe, I'd like you to do a tact and firearms check at a -3 into the smoke.
I'm just trying to give an order to everyone else. I'm not acting like that is the main aspect here. I am not a rifleman. Like, yeah, Philippe has a rifle, but he's here to give everyone else bonuses.
Thing is, your squad's effectiveness is based upon your roles.
Then what's the point of having a high leadership?
Oh, you're still going to do that.
Okay, I think I understand now.
It's like leadership stuff does not take your action, and you already described what your action is, which is you suppress them through the smoke.
Gotcha. All right, well, one success. Barely got it.
-1. Oh. Philippe, I'd like you to roll me charm and leadership, please.
Understood. That is another crit. That is a 1-1 on a 10.
Dude, fucking Philippe and Connie new type squad. Let's fucking go.
Very fucking well then. Hey, Meyer, you get orders to, destroy their asses with suppressive fire.
All right. That seems highly reasonable right now.
5. I'd like you to roll me tact and firearms at a -3.
Tact and firearms at -3. Okay. Oh boy. I rolled an 11, and I needed a 4, so that's 7 degrees of suckitude.
As you're all opening.
Oh, nothing. I was just saying. I'm just assuming we're a bit rattled by all this armor. Our firefighters maybe not
quite
achieve the effect we would hope.
It could be much worse. You could only have one ATGM right about now.
Yeah.
Very well then, and that's everything told. Philippe, or anyone, would you like to use an initiative break or any trickery? Now that we are at the top of the turn again.
No, I'm good. Do they all have the bonus still, or is that reset already?
Bonus?
For the leadership role.
Oh, no, since you did a critical success, what I decided was everyone gets to do an action, despite not being allowed to.
Right, understood. Okay. I guess I'll use one of our narrative points. How many do we have? The initiative break?
About 4 at the moment.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll use one to initiative rake and roll to give another order. So what's the current situation? We were suppressing them pretty good, it seems.
Yep, so
Okay.
the next 3 rolls for all of the enemy squads will be at a -1.
Okay, then at this point now, it's just fucking hit them. Like they're suppressed. Throw grenades and just fucking shoot them now. Well, welcome to Shanghai. Just throw everything you got out of the fucking windows.
Okay then, Philippe, I'd like you to make keen leadership at a +3.
Okay, keen and leadership at a +3. My keen is 3, my leadership is 5. The +3 brings that to an 11. I got an 8, so that is 4 successes.
4 successes. Everyone hears that from the radios to lay it on them as thick as possible. Philippe, as this is your action, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, Philippe will just grab some of his squad guys. We're up the higher levels because Philippe's overseeing the battle, and we're just gonna baseball throw some grenades as far as we can to just start wreaking havoc. But saving this grenade.
Very well then, Philippe, I'd like you to roll me Ordnance and Tact at a +3 because of your advantageous position for throwing grenades.
Oh my god, I keep rolling 8s today. 8s and 2s for some reason. Okay, 5 successes.
5 successes. Let's see if first squad. No, they cannot. You blow one squad out of the water. Saul, would you like to go up next?
Yes, I will. Sorry about that.
No worries. It very much does happen.
Alright. Wow, this is looking pretty bad. The mortar team is still there, but they're also behind a fucking wall. And they'll probably take cover again. There's not much I can do about it.
There is one target that you can do something about.
Tank, yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire an ATGM at that last tank.
So you get up your thermals. You can see the hottest object through the smoke. You can't see it super clearly, but you can see where the tank is.
Is it a Magella? Is it a Magella top or a Magella Irons?
It's a tank. I don't know.
Okay. The Magella top is the one that looks goofy. The Magella Irons looks more like a conventional tank.
Let's be real. All tanks in Gundam look goofy.
Magella Irons actually looks pretty normal for which is
oh yeah, those ones. It looks like one of the light tanks the Americans develop and then cancel like every single fucking time.
Pretty much.
Just so Gomon knows what you're talking about.
This is Igloo, isn't it?
Yes,
it is Igloo.
Of course it is. I can feel the early 2000s from this image.
Look,
you mean the PS2,
I'm a nerd,
PS3 cutscene game?
I am a nerd, so I'm sorry for asking that kind of question. I was just curious.
Very well then. This is early in the war, so it's just a Magellan top. Because I have a very strong affinity for that that very specific era of retrofuturism.
Yeah, I'm going to be targeting the fucking top of the tank because I don't want that shit flying off. I'm not gonna lie.
Very smart.
Very well then. I'd like you to give me a tact and firearms at a -1.
Oh, for an ATGM?
Yeah.
Attacked?
Not firearms, ordnance. Sorry, tact, ordnance. I forgot. It's not a firearms.
Yeah, I was just like...
Because I'm so used to mobile suits. You can really tell, along with your systems.
Yeah. So with a -1.
Yeah, with your systems as well, so it's a 3d6.
Okay, that's not fantastic. It's not as bad if I try to shoot the mortar team again. I'm gonna keep my reaction because this isn't great. And also, we're already down a APC.
I mean, you gotta always burn another narrative point.
I'm going to burn another narrative point because that was dog ass. I'm not even gonna. That was that was so bad. It is not Saul's day. Okay. We did it. We did succeed. That is 2 degrees of success. So that's 3 damage with a piercing of 1.
Yep. So
Not bad.
So through the thermals, you see as it starts to back up, as the like you shoot the rocket at it, and you hit it, and then it suddenly stops, and then you see a man jump from the turret onto the hull and away before you see the Magellan explode
Okay.
quite fantastically.
Lovely.
I'm going to spend a narrative point.
Okay. We have a lot of those. So.
Oh, shit. Saul, when you go to your radio to try to signal to, Lieutenant Philippe that the tank is down, you just get static.
Not good. Right. If I just kind of yelled down at the rest of the crew in the APC, hey, is anyone else getting any signal? We got nothing but static up here.
You hear your driver yell back, "No, sir."
Oh, shit.
You hear it. You see him flip a switch. Getting nothing on long range.
Is it Minovsky interference?
I'd wager so, sir.
Oh, shit. Can I open the Capella and yell out, "We have mobile suits coming"?
Sure thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one for the team. I pop open the the fucking Capella. Sorry, goddamn it. And I turn around and start yelling, "We have mobile suits incoming!" I repeat, mobile suits. I just yell back at the rest of you guys and everyone else in the field. I can't wait to get fucking sniped for this.
Actually, I rolled that on my own. You are lucky this time.
Yay! I did get sniped.
Meyer, what do? You can still keep firing into the Zeke squads, but there is mobile suits inbound.
I kind of said I would try and get to my guy who got hit, so I will shout at someone else in my squad to take the fallen guy's ATGM and be ready for any more armor. And I'd like to see if I can see how bad this guy's hit and stabilize him if possible.
So very well. You shout out you bark out your orders, and you get over this guy. It's a shot straight to the left of the chest. You feel in the back. It's a clean in shot through though. I'd like you to roll me poise and medicine.
Poise and medicine. Okay. Theoretically, I'm not bad at this. That's not a good roll, though. That's 2 failure currently.
You're working on this guy, and you can just feel the blood come out, absolutely spurting out as this guy's gasping for any air.
Can Connie come and help him?
Sure.
All right. What do you want me doing?
Well, what that's for Connie to decide.
All right, so he's gasping for air. I'm assuming he has a sucking chest wound.
On top of the profusely bleeding thing.
Oh,
Meyer.
yeah, we can fix that later.
Yeah.
So is Meyer just stumbling around, not sure what to do, or is he?
I think it sounds like it's more like I'm trying to deal with too many issues at once. It's leaking out. Probably.
Meyer's many things. Medic is not one of them.
He's got.
Okay,
yeah.
So
he's got some skill in it, but I rolled poorly.
Where is he bleeding from?
Upper left.
Through and through chest wound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, upper left chest.
Probably get if Connie's coming to help. Probably get him to start addressing over the exit wound, get pressure on that wall. Meyer tries to set up the
chest seal.
Yeah, chest seal.
Fuck, how do we do a chest seal in the 80s?
No, remember, this is the space 80s, though.
So, do we have an actual, chest seal dressing?
Sure. That sounds sci-fi enough for the 80s.
I was thinking, I was going to ask you about tourniquets, and I'd assume we have something like the cat tourniquet in the sci-fi 80s. Yeah. Connie's gonna take a little bit of gauze.
Yeah, just you can keep doing this, but the roll will be poise and medicine. Roll it after
poise and medicine.
You may roll it after your fluff if you'd like to continue.
So Connie's going to take a little bit of gauze since Meyer's working on his exit wound. Connie's going to take a little bit of gauze, wipe off his chest wound. I'm assuming we already cut open his BDUs.
Yeah, Meyer got to it first.
Okay. And he's going to wipe off his chest wound, stick the chest seal on, and then Connie's going to look at Meyer, lift him up a bit. I'm gonna wrap him. Got it. And then Connie's going to wrap the compression bandage around his chest a couple of times, tie it off, check the patient's response.
This guy is conscious.
Breathing better?
It seems you've taken pressure off. He's
pressure off in a good way or a bad way?
I metaphorically.
Oh, okay. I was like, pressure? No, we need pressure. We need pressure.
And then, as I said that, wait a minute. And in this specific medical context, that's actually a bad thing.
Yeah. All right. So now I'm gonna. Alrighty. My threshold was 8. I got a 5.
You seem to be
so
doing
that's
better.
4 degrees of success.
You seem to have stabilized him until Gennaro Konam, the medic, arrives at the situation to take over from here.
He's gonna nod to the medic and run back to his ATR, wiping the blood on his BDU pants.
Meyer, I don't remember if you've made your attack roll.
Which attack roll?
Oh yes, Casal went. Meyer, you have an infantry charge to deal with.
Would I have lost an opportunity to do that? Or I guess this would be the fire order for the rest of the team.
Yes.
Firing still.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want for that in terms of
firearms, please?
Attack firearms? Okay. It's a failure by 1. I'm kind of tempted to just push that over into a hit with a narrative point, if folks are okay with that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I will spend 1 and convert that into a single success at least. So at least doing something. because I feel we're gonna have a wave of bonsai charging Zeeks hit this building any second now.
Yep, so everyone starts opening up on these Zeeks. It's 8, so it's 1 damage. Really, really softening their asses up. 7, 3, 4, 5. As they just like keep running at your building, and then they arrive.
Oh,
Meyer, you have the fortune, or depending on your perspective, misfortune of being on the second floor and not the first. But you can hear the yelling from downstairs as Boz and Ricardo repel the invaders. The gut clenching and the blood curdling charges. And it's not going swimmingly when you can hear. And that looks like everyone on our side. Oop, let me adjust. Oh, I forgot to add the Zaku's. Speaking of the Zaku's.
God damn it.
I don't want to speak about the Zaku's.
Well, I told you they were coming.
That is true. You were forewarned. Rekawa, you hear Maya, Rekawa say, "Take this bitch," as the rocket flies forward, or as you can hear this, like the thunderous steps as the Zaku turn the corner.
Oh wait, she fired that Regina in the same room as us?
Yeah. So
we're all definitely deaf and blind.
Connie, you can't hear shit. However, the backblast is going through the 3 holes as you knocked in the room, like the back room.
Okay, good. We were smart about it.
You haven't backblasted yourselves to death though, so. But you're not hearing shit.
That's fine. We'll go. We don't need hearing to shoot a Zaku. It's a pretty visual target.
You gotta be kidding me. Rekla, God damn it, Rekla.
Oh, please tell me she crit that fucking Zaku.
No, she got a critical failure.
Oh.
It'd be like that.
Maybe we'd have the backblast. Should have aimed up.
No, don't give him any ideas. Don't give him any ideas.
No, that's cheap. However, you do have a problem. The Zaku is targeting you. So, Meyer, is there anything you'd like to do? Because you have a reaction and an ATGM to do something about this.
Would snapping off a shot right at the main camera count as suppressive fire?
You could
Or-
try to do it so it backs off and gives everyone extra space.
Yeah. If that works, I'll try and snap, because I dropped my launcher. I went to medic this guy, so just grab and snap off a shot, trying to just make it flinch basically.
Very well then. I'd like you to roll me ordnance tact +1.
It's tact +1. Okay. Oh, that is just a flat success.
It is at a -1.
Okay. Well, better than nothing, I guess.
That's 3 failures on my end. It fires uselessly into the building. Oh, then you feel you shake and rattle, but none of you are hurt.
I think I can feel my bones.
With them, on account of the lack of viable targets, Saul, you the infantry that was charging, charged past you.
They sure did.
Except, of course, for the mortar.
God damn you.
That's a critical.
No,
that's another critical failure on my end. The rounds splash around you. All that is moved as you feel tussle on your hair.
Right. I'm standing with the cupola open, and so I just fucking hear that, and I'm just like, well, yeah, I'm gonna move back inside.
Mild annoyance caused by the mortar team. I would have helped you out, Saul, but unfortunately there
if
is.
you hit me, I'd be super dead because the cupola's open.
Don't forget, this is based off M113. The cupola is closed. And you get directly hit. You're fucked anyways.
Oh yeah, sure, but I'm meaning that if I'm hit with the mortar, I'm the first thing hit by the mortar. My body, my head.
You are the ablative armor for the APC.
Yeah.
That is the sacrifice I am willing to make.
Hey, Saul.
Yes.
The other Zaku comes around the corner. And do you want to dodge in any way? Or fire back?
Oh, fuck my character. I'm absolutely gonna fucking make a dodge roll.
Very well, then.
I just fucking smack the from the outside, and I yell down from the cupola at the driver, move now. That is a MS move check, correct?
Correct.
Oh. The dice hate me today. How many narrative points do we have left?
What did you get first?
Ooh, I got 14.
That is what?
That is 4 degrees of failure. I need an 11.
I don't want to see Saul die, bro.
All you can feel is the 225 rattle. Well, as rounds fall around you. Congratulations, Suzaku also failed.
Oh my god. That's so lucky. We fucking try to drive out and we hit the edge of the fucking building.
I like to imagine you told him move now, but you didn't specify direction and you dodged forward. Which, had you actually gone back, you just would have got smoked.
Just it's such a panicked thing. The Zaku sees, oh shit, that's a fucking APC for ATGM, and I'm just staring at the Zaku like, oh fuck, that's a mobile suit.
Everyone is so absolutely terrified of everyone else.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a battlefield where almost everyone can kill almost everyone else. Like it's highly lethal.
I want to point out, Brokeback so far it's killed one Zaku and heavily damaged two others. And it's also killed several tanks and infantry squads.
Yeah, I think, Saul, at this point you can call yourself an ace.
Hell yeah.
Let me add that to that, because the AS killed 3 infantry squadrons. I did the math wrong here. Hold on. 3 infantry squadrons, including 1 mortar team, 3 tanks, 2 of which are APCs, and 1 Zaku 1. So fucking insane.
There should really be an infantry section on the kill count.
The thing is, you could just rename a section.
You know what? I'm going to say right now, I'm going for infantry because I don't think Meyer's going to kill any capital ships. And if I'm wrong, well, embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm going to do that too.
I'm just going to put it at the bottom below that. Also, wait, would the capturing of the Zaku be considered an MS victory?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
That goes on your
Okay,
record.
shit. Hold up. Okay, so Connie is now 1 kill off of an ace.
Nice.
But how many infantry has Connie killed?
1 moment.
A lot. I know that.
I think you've killed at least 5 men at this point.
5? Yeah, individually, but keep in mind, I was stomping the fuck out of them when we captured that Zaku. I think I wiped out a couple squads single-handedly.
I want to take
footedly.
That the APC Brokeback does have an image of a cartoony black bear on the side of it. So it's just
even though the vibes are weird.
It's just it's clear it's not it came from a very not serious place, and now it's nah, this thing is still going.
Meyer or Connie, you just keep hearing screams from below you. I'm gonna spend a narrative point. One of your narrative points, actually.
Intriguing.
Quite. You all hear more tank engines. Meyer, you're very experienced. These are coming from behind you.
Oh, thank God.
What time the fucking armor showed up?
As this Zaku starts to get closer or towards your building, Meyer, you can see the the pink eye through the window. Then you see it start to fall to the ground as if you hear a thunder as boom. Connie, you look out the window and then down. You see 2 tanks, 2 M61 and main battle tanks. One of them has the inscription "Fighting Girlfriend." That's Selly's.
No way. Sorry about that. Someone came in.
Then
Connie's just
then the remaining the mortar team. Philippe, you see the mortar team and the Zaku that is in close away start to flee. That's where I'm going to end combat. Because right now it's just mopping up, and that's no fun.
Immediately after the danger is cleared, Connie's gonna walk down to the first floor.
You're walking past, you see the militia and Boz Bingles taking prisoners from the wounded Zeeks and those who were smart enough to surrender.
Hmm. He'll talk to one of the prisoners, but not right now. He's got more important people to see.
So
he's gonna walk.
Yeah, you walk up to the tank.
I can't believe you named the fucking tank that.
That's a real tank, right?
I fucking believe it, because what do you think I based Connie's ATR name off of?
No, Fighting Girlfriend is a real thing. That's a famous tank.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta look this up now.
So during World War II in the Soviet Union, there was this girl who worked at a tank factory whose boyfriend died during the war. So she saved up a shit ton of money and sent it to Stalin asking, hey, can I have a tank? I have to fight in it, though. It was nowhere near enough, but Stalin thought this was such a great story that he gave her a tank. And she called it the Fighting Girlfriend. And she used it to fight through Berlin.
That's incredibly based. Anyway, let's get back on track.
Yeah, so you walk up to this behemoth of a vehicle that makes the 225s look like a little baby toy.
He's gonna climb up and knock on the driver hatch.
You see it open, and Zoe pop out. Really saved your asses, didn't we?
That you did. And he kisses her.
You hear some what's the word, cat calls and like whistles. Those from the second floor of the building.
He's gonna flip him off, but he's still gonna keep kissing her.
Meyer, Saul, Philippe. What a day.
What a fucking day. He is kind of panting at this point, and he just looks over the Brookback, the APC that came with him from Cheyenne base, and he's just in fucking disbelief as it's not destroyed yet. But that disbelief then turns to a bit of sadness as he looks at the other one that was destroyed.
Hey, Saul.
Yeah.
I'd like you to make combat fatigue empathy for me. Also, take 1 mind damage, everyone.
I love combat fatigue.
Empathy.
Empathy. Yeah.
So the thing about the empathy check is if you succeed, you take the D3.
Okay. Well, yeah. That's my threshold was a 9, and I rolled a 3.
Just be happy it wasn't a critical success.
Yeah, 7 degrees of success.
So yes,
it was almost a critical success.
Yeah, if it was critical success, your D3 mind damage turns into a D6.
Oh man, I'm too good for this world.
Suffering from success.
Mickey, you didn't get to know Mickey too well, but he did look after you, and he's always followed your orders. And without Mickey, you would have never gotten the platoon out of that jam during the raid.
Yeah.
It's a sobering feeling looking at the burnt out husk where Mickey and his driver were. And it's also a very sobering fact that had, the Zaku or that tank looked to their right instead of their left, the target on their right instead of their left, that would have been you.
Yeah. It's such a kind of dark thought that he can't shake at this point. He can't shake off how bad this is, how for a moment he thought he was going to die. And even then, even though he lived, someone else that he cared for, even if by military standards of brotherhood, he still cared about them. GM, I did roll a 3 on my mind. I have 3 mind left.
As in result 3? Or the roll on D6 was a 3?
The D3 result was 3.
Okay, then, so in your grand total, you end up taking 4, because you take 1 mind damage for just being here.
Yeah, so I am at 0 out of 7.
You are at 0. This is probably going to be the lowest point of the war for you.
Yeah, hold on. Connie's going to walk up to Saul while this is going on, because
Before that, Connie, I'd like you to roll me your grit fatigue. I assume you already took off your 1 point of mind damage.
I did. So grit fatigue.
Oh.
So fatigue grit is, I got a beat a 6. I got a 4.
Yep. So Connie walks up to Lieutenant Saul, caked in dirt and dust.
Don't forget, I got to take my fatigue empathy test as well.
Yes, that is correct.
If this goes badly enough, he goes to,
oh my god,
Supervisor really passes out from stress himself on the way.
My target is 7. I got a 7.
Would you like a narrative point to turn that into a failure?
No.
You may take your D3 mind damage then.
All right. Oh, would you look at that? 3.
Hey.
Right back in square one, baby!
Connie, you might not be in a position to provide much relief.
He will fucking try. Besides, I failed my awareness and I failed my empathy, so I need to decide which one I need to roll to improve. So this is gonna be my test for empathy. He's gonna walk up next to Saul and he's gonna look at the burnt out husk of femme fatale and he's gonna look down, make the sign of the cross, and hold his hands together for a bit. And he's gonna look over to Saul. I got the bastard that got him. We can take solace in that fact.
He doesn't respond. You see him. He's unblinking, staring at the burning husk. And you can see his hand fidgeting with something. Out of his jacket, he is fidgeting and pulled out what looks to be the best way I can describe it, if you know what like a pocket plushie is, or like a keychain plush.
Yeah.
It is that of it looks to be a little bear with an astronaut helmet. And on the side of the helmet is a granada.
Connie's gonna half pull, half Saul, or half pull, half guide Saul to something to sit down on, and he's not gonna say anything. He's basically just Connie's gonna sit next to Saul and kind of just be there for him while he processes these emotions.
Doesn't make eye contact with the husk of the vehicle.
Oh shit! How do I stop this gingerly?
Hey, Meyer. Could you roll
Yep.
a fatigue grit check?
I'll roll that right now. God, just every time success. Meyer is mentally sturdy
Meyer, you see
to a
Rekla
disturbing degree.
peer down from the window, and she looks back to you and says, "It looks like Pretty Boy's losing it." You walk over and you look, and you see the image of an extremely upset Saul.
Well, can't say I really blame him in this case.
Well, he goes to see a shrink, and then we all get shot, so...
Well, would you rather have a freak out here?
No, if he's like this, I want to behind us. In the rear.
Yeah. Better for everyone in that case. I think with that, I might try and go find Lieutenant Philippe.
Okay, then.
Philippe's in good spirits, checking on the various squads. I succeeded my check, by the way. And he's just checking on everyone, organizing defenses, collecting corpses, collecting tags.
Prisoners. Speaking of prisoners, so Meyer,
Yeah,
you
well,
walk up to Lieutenant Philippe. He's talking to Sergeant Ricardo, and Ricardo says, "Guys, we got one that claims to be a Federation citizen."
Bring him to me. And Philippe kind of points for Ricardo to pull the one out of line.
Understood, sir. And then you see a woman with purple hair being pulled out of the line. Meyer, his face looks somewhat familiar, but you can't put your finger on it.
You claim to be a Earth citizen?
Then she says, "Yes, sir."
And what are you doing in a Zeke uniform?
She looks a little uncomfortable. I've been living in Zeon for the last 9 years.
Does Connie hear this voice?
Forces?
Connie does not hear. Connie is outside.
Oh, God.
What does Philippe say?
You volunteered to join the Zeon forces?
No, sir. I was a conscript.
A conscripted rebel. Funny how that works. He kind of examines her for a moment. Do you have your paper?
She pulls out her dog tags.
Kind of looks him over.
Yeah, it says Lily and Constantine.
Very well. Do you have any love for the Principality of Zeon?
Philippe, I'd like you to make me empathy keen.
I got a 3 on a 5. So 3 successes.
3 successes. I got 1 failure. And she says, "Not particularly."
And is she telling the truth?
Not quite. Let's put it that way. That's a half truth.
Madam, any lies you give to a Federation officer in the combat zone right now could end very poorly for you. After all, one could conclude that your efforts are an attempt to spy on the Federal forces. Spies are not accorded any rights, especially rebel spies. So think carefully when I ask you again. Do you have any loyalty to the Principality of Zeon?
Come on. This is all the Federation's fault. Even you can see that.
It looks over the dog tags again.
Lillian Constantine.
Very well, Miss Constantine. You will be processed with the rest of the Xeon prisoners. Step back into line.
She takes back her dog tags and goes back with the rest of them.
Where's the highest ranking one of you bastards left alive? Philippe's kind of like going up and down the line, checking rank epaulet.
You find a ensign.
Philippe gets Ricardo to yank him out of line and sit him down. Ensign, what is the name of your unit?
Shit, thanks, Perry.
Sorry, Rand, you gave me prisoners.
Okay, this is the 3rd Mobile Division, and 6th Regiment and 58th Battalion.
How many combat potential troops are there in your unit?
And then he just states name, rank, and...
Ensign, I would like to reiterate that you are the sole surviving Zeke officer of rank we have prisoner. The fate of your troops are in your hands. How many troops do you have combat capable?
Philippe, I'd like you to roll me charisma and intimidation.
All right, and I will use a narrative point to get a +2 to them.
You may give yourself a +3 on top of this. The situation's pretty bad for this guy.
So +5 total?
Yes, because narrative points don't affect
6 successes then.
6 successes. And you see this guy, this 20-year-old start to just like squeam and squirm underneath your gaze.
Philippe's resting his hand on his sidearm.
Perry, what was your question again?
Basically, how many combat-capable troops they have in the area.
And he starts spilling the beans, and he said, as roughly brigade strength.
Good. Sergeant Ricardo, get this man water.
And Ricardo takes him away. Meyer, Philippe, you look over and you see Corporal Meyer.
Philippe smiles genially to the corporal and says, Corporal Meyer.
A moment of your time, sir. No,
How can I assist?
Motion, where we step away where not one's going to hear it.
All right, Philippe will follow him.
I think Lieutenant Saul might need some assistance. I think he's cracked, to be honest.
Bring him to me.
Will do.
Pancake freaking out at the moment.
Yeah, I was reading that. I was like, so do I have to roll check
I'll get my moment anyway.
Together real quick?
I didn't quite hear that. Everyone was kind of talking. Freppy may go first.
I'm gonna say, do I need to get checked to put 2 and 2 together here with a certain Zeke prisoner?
Oh no, it's obvious.
Okay.
You straight up said it. Whether or not that's true, you don't know. But you did hear the last day in Constantine, which is...
Yeah. And what was the first name?
Lillian.
Okay. With that, I am going to go and find the lieutenant, which is also a good excuse to go talk to Connie, because...
Yeah, so Connie, we returned where we last left, where Connie is trying and kind of failing to console Saul. And then Corporal Meyer walks up.
Philippe's God insane in a different way, guy.
Oh, there's also a potentiality of that.
Corporal Meyer, I'm glad you're here. Lieutenant Saul isn't doing so well, as you can see. Granted, neither am I.
It's been a hard day, but, well, we're still here, and that counts for something.
Yes, it does, sir.
And Saul, would you have a moment? I believe the go speak with Lieutenant Philippe. I don't. Might be for the best if you're pulled off the line for a little bit. No criticism to your performance thus far. Hell, that ATGM of yours is keeping us alive in a lot of situations maybe we shouldn't be. But everyone has limits.
He doesn't respond. You can see some tears running down his cheek as he's still not breaking eye contact with the burning wreckage across the way. His right hand fidgeting with the tiny little bear in his hand.
He's been like this the whole time, sir. I think he might need a medevac.
You're right. With that, Mara will reach out and grab the lieutenant's shoulder and look him in the eyes and say,
"They're dead.
I don't."
They're dead, Corporal.
That happens. I mean, could have been any of us.
It was almost to me.
Oh, we're lucky it wasn't. I think you've earned the right to go to pieces a little bit now. You've held together when we needed you.
Corporal, they left us here to die.
Maybe.
Meyer, you
but maybe they'll run out of Zeeks before we run out.
Saul says this as you see scores upon scores of Federation fighters and aircraft, ruling the sky. You can hear.
Is this a new development?
No, but it is hanging over the scene.
I will wave over if any of their troops stand nearby. Somebody close by, wave them over to have them give Saul a hand to go report to Philippe.
You get a private to come over to you to help.
And when they've moved off, I will grab Connie real quick.
Yes,
Connie. Name's Lillian doesn't mean anything, does it?
He freezes for a second.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Don't. And starts getting choked up. Don't tell me.
Yeah. Well, good news. They're a prisoner. So they're alive.
Oh.
Bad news. They're in a Zeke uniforms. I figured I'd tell you now before you had a chance to flip the fuck out when you found out later.
I'm not surprised, to say the least. It's a long story. My father and my mother separated around 6-7 years ago. And since my mother was originally from side 3, she went back to live with her family, and she took my sister with her. The problem is, she's 3 years younger than me, which, oh God. And he remembers I'm just going to say, a teenager that he shot in the street before.
It's all kind of rushing back in an unpleasant way.
Can I see her?
I and I have to take that up with the lieutenant, I think.
Where
She manages to talk herself into any more trouble.
something happened?
Let me put it this way: a lack of self-preservation must run in your family.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So, am I dismissed to see Philippe?
Sure, but maybe give him a minute. He has a lot on his plate right now, and I think you coming up trying to find your long-lost Zeke sister is probably not going to be at the top of his priority list, but make sure nothing happens in the meantime.
Will do. And he runs off to find Philippe, but if he looks busy, he's not going to disturb him.
Philippe, you see a private, with carrying Saul slung over his shoulder.
Very good.
Dragging him along.
Have a seat, Saul. And Philippe will genially pull out a chair at the little table he's sitting at for Saul before returning to Zone.
Yeah, it's you're having your nighttime tea.
Basically, but it's really more just fucking ration coffee.
He reluctantly kind of sits.
Are you alright?
They're dead.
Yes.
They left us here to die, and they died.
Yes.
I almost died.
True. And likely before the end of the week, you and I will be dead as well. Or we'll be victorious. This is a war for survival, Saul. Half of humanity is already dead. It's not going to get any easier from here on out. We've been lucky to this point. We've kept losses to a minimum.
To a minimum?
Indeed.
Philippe, I'd like you to roll me academics and keen. The +2.
I have succeeded with the +2, 1 success.
1 success. You know, very common story with divisions of the regular infantry is they get completely shattered within the first month of combat.
Yeah, and that's what Philippe's referring to when he says that. And he'll explain that anecdote to Saul kind of in that academic sense of some of the divisions in Europe have taken 90% casualties. North America, entire divisions have just disbanded outright and turned into stragglers and guerrilla fighters. By comparison, the 1st Division has done remarkably well altogether. But cold comfort to those we've lost. I know. My question for you, Saul, is can you perform the duties you have to? The men are looking to you, and you're faltering.
I do the duties that I've been asked to by a military government.
Supreme Commander Redville has plans in place. Of that we can be sure.
Plans?
Indeed.
Plans like the general gave a speech while he was ready to fuck off to Jabrow?
The general has remained with us. He's staying at his command post. He's vowed to defend Dakar to his last.
I'm sure.
Devers has not left.
Yeah, but I can see Saul thinks that he's going to cut and run at the end. I get it, yeah. And Philippe just kind of nods and goes, your skepticism is warranted. You have been through a traumatic event. But I need to know quite simply if you are able to continue performing your duties as my second.
Philippe.
Yes, sir. Philippe has his hands clasped together, putting his cup of coffee down.
What? My older brother and my cousin are POWs in North America. I have no word from my parents. I have no word from my other cousins on the East Coast. I haven't heard from my grandfather in Davao. I haven't heard from my uncle in Vietnam and Ho Chi Minh. I haven't heard from my sister out in fucking Europe. All the while, the woman I love is in a fucking Zeke-occupied city on the moon. And now the people I have stressed every day for the past 2 months to strive and save and to keep alive, because they're my men and women. They're my guys. More and more keep dying. I watched Mickey and his driver get fucking vaporized. And then I was almost next. Along with my driver and the medic. And then there would be nothing standing between Connie, the corporal, and everyone else, and those goddamn giant mobile suits. Earlier, I tried to keep maintenance going. I tried to do more than just my job. I went above and beyond. But Philippe, they told me I needed to calm down, that I wasn't doing great. I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind. They never trained us for anything like this. They never hardly trained us for actual war. And when it came, the majority of the Earth Federation, the first government to unify all of Earth and to get to the stars, to create colonies, they grabbed their fucking asses, their valuables, and fucked off to South America and hunkered down, leaving, 6 continents to die and bend long enough until someone has a good enough idea? And it took, 6? No, we still were starting in January. It took 5 months, Philippe, 5 months for anyone to have a semblance of an idea. And that's roughly 2 months of us fighting straight here. We haven't gotten extra supplies yet. And last time we went to a higher up, we had to scrounge for it. And the only reason we didn't have to scrounge lately is because we got about a month's supply from the Zeeks who died and caught up in their own explosion. You're asking me if I'm going to be able to keep doing this? I don't know, Lieutenant. I could die tomorrow. I could be sniped right now. So could you. Another part of the Zeon invasion can occur right on top of us. I went from an optimist to fucking mortified consistently. How many speeches do you think I can give out?
Philippe gives Saul a moment to see if he's finished or not.
He's finished. He's crying.
Philippe just kind of stands up, reaches over, places a hand on Saul's shoulder and says, Lieutenant, what you have said is true in some ways. And I sympathize for how you're feeling. It weighs on me as well. But we have our duty. Are you familiar with the history of a pre-Federation polity known as the Soviet Union?
Sure, they fucked up and left half their goddamn population to die.
6 months. That is how long the fascist Barbarossa lasted. And then what happened?
They died?
The Great Counteroffensive began. We're in month 5, Saul. I don't need you to be an optimist. I don't need you to give speeches. I need you to accept that we are cogs in a greater effort for the preservation of our way of life, our planet, and our people. These bastards have killed half our population, if pre-estimates are to be believed. They've dropped colonies on us, and who knows, if it wasn't for Antarctica, they'd probably be trying to use our own nuclear weapons against us. If it was up to me, we would have retaliated with a nuclear strike against Side 3 the second the colony hit. But we're fighting this the old-fashioned way. And when you fight in the old-fashioned way, you are going to lose people. You and I, we are already dead. All that matters is how we die. You can either accept that, perform your function, or, and Philippe kind of just gives him that pat on the shoulder again, I can send you up the line with a squad. You'll take some of the more rattled men, the prisoners, you'll go up the line, and you'll report to the doctor. They'll put you on rest. Frankly, it's what I recommend, Saul. You're rattled. I can see that. And I don't blame you. You have full rights to be rattled. But look around you. There are still more than 30 men and women, your men and women, looking to you for direction. And you are breaking. Yes, we've lost people. But we haven't lost them, Saul. And that's what we're here for. We're here to make sure as many of them get out as possible. And for the ones who don't, we sell their lives as hard as possible. That is what this is about. That's what it's always been about, Saul.
Give me a while to think. I'm overwhelmed, sir. I don't know what's the right decision here.
Then in that case, I'll make it for you. You will take the prisoners up the line, and then you will decide if you can perform your duties fully when you're separated from this all. Right now, you're two in it. You need out of here, and I will provide you that out. But you have one last task to perform before you get that out. Lead the men and lead the prisoners. Get them there safely. Take second squad with you. No doubt they'll find something useful on the way back to HQ and back here. And Saul.
Yes.
If I don't see you again when you go up the line, it has been a pleasure and an honor to serve with you, my friend.
He looks up, his face flushed red with stress, caked in dust from a near mortar strike, and dirt and practically dust of bricks that used to exist from a Zaku machine gun hitting it. All wetted with tears. He gives a half-hearted salute, and he grabs Philippe's hand firmly. Don't die.
Philippe pulls him into a tight hug, thumping him on the back. No promises, Lieutenant. Now get second squad ready and the prisoners to move.
I will do, sir.
Good. And Philippe then kind of nods to him and looks over at Connie and goes, Lance Corporal, you've overheard your orders, I take it. Did you have something you needed to discuss before you head out? He takes off his kepi, wiping some sweat off his brow.
I assume you checked over the prisoners, and Corporal Meyer has informed me that my sister is among them.
Ah, that would explain the similarity in surnames. Are you aware that your sister is a collaborator?
He's gonna kind of channel a little bit of Saul. Is Saul still in the room real quick?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
All right. Let me know when Saul's about to pass Connie, but he's gonna channel a little bit of what Saul said. I wouldn't call her a collaborator, sir. Oh, he passes?
Yeah, he starts to pass to get everyone else together.
Connie hugs Saul.
He hugs you.
And I'm gonna use a little bit of I'm gonna try a little bit of new type magic to make him feel just a little bit better.
Philippe squints at the fraternization and looks away out the window.
What fraternization, and Philippe?
Exactly.
Hey, Connie. I'd like you to make me keen empathy with your telepathy bonus.
Alrighty. Alright, so keen is 5, empathy is 1, with the bonus it's 2, so that's 7. And I got 5. So 3 degrees of success?
Saul, you feel the warmth of the human heart.
He feels a bit better. Can't quite explain how he feels it.
When the hug is over, he looks up and looks Saul dead in the eyes and says with somewhat certainty, "We're gonna make it, Saul. All those who remain will. I promise you."
He stutters for a minute and just looks at Connie, and he gives a half-hearted smile. Thanks, Connie.
And Connie smiles and gives the first real salute he's given in a very, very long time.
He gives you the salute back the best he can.
And he's going to pat him on the back and continue talking to Philippe.
Saul walks out. Connie, I believe you have a conversation.
I wouldn't call her a collaborator.
Really? Because at the moment, from what she said, I'm in full rights to hang her.
He sort of pauses, his breath catches, and he bristles a bit.
Philippe waves a dismissive hand. Naturally, I will not be doing that. She's a uniformed combatant, so collaborator or no, I'm willing to ignore certain contingencies related to her circumstance.
Anyway, sir, I wanted to ask if I could speak with her. Not as a Federation soldier to a captured Zeon prisoner, but as a... And he kind of chokes up a bit. As a brother who hasn't seen his little sister in a very, very long time.
You have plenty of time to speak to her on the road. I can't risk you undermining morale here by such an interaction. Think reasonably, Connie, many of the men and women in this building, as the lieutenant so eloquently put it, have not seen their families for months. They do not know their fates. They do not know what is going to happen to them in relation to them. If I let you sit down with your sister here and you have this tearful reunion, it is going to break some of our people. So you can. I will give you full permission, but you will wait until you go on the road with the prisoners. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
For my part, I give you my word that no harm will come to her until you take her to HQ. I cannot promise what will occur to her once she arrives there when they find out her status. I would advise that you consult with her and suggest that she neglect to mention her political opinions to any other Federation officers. She should claim that she is an unwilling conscript, that Zeke forces coerced her via her family connections, and that she is here on Earth as a citizen who has been rescued from Zeon. Most likely they will hold her for a bit and then release her shortly after. That is the best I can do for you, Lance Corporal.
Thank you, First Lieutenant. And then he says again, thanks a lot, Philippe. I really appreciate it.
Lieutenant Philippe, Lance Corporal. He gives a soft smile, but nods and waves him off.
And he goes.
So, as you walk out to the room, you see a Rekua with an arm over Meyer's shoulder as second squad is just singing over there. The Yanks are coming over there.
The Yanks are coming. Connie is the second he hears this starts joining. And I'm assuming he joins in at the part, the drums, drumming everywhere.
As you know, they're celebrating their extreme victory yet again over the Zeon and Menace. You know,
he smiles. He smiles a bit. Quietly
someone yells out "Death to the Zeon invaders," and the entire platoon yells it back to them.
Philippe nods approvingly from a window.
Connie does not.
Saul doesn't feel comfortable yelling that part, but he feels a bit better seeing after the weird warmth, hugging Connie, Philippe's kind of understanding, and seeing the men in better spirits at least, even if it's for the wrong reasons. And he just kind of he starts humming that tune to himself as he starts to gather up second squad and the prisoners.
You walk up to Corporal Meyer.
Corporal, we will be going up the line. I'm sure you're a bit excited to hear that.
Absolutely. Use a change of scenery.
We'll be primarily speaking, we will be escorting the newly acquired prisoners upwards, as well as any wounded. Understand?
Understood, sir.
Civilian or otherwise. This war has killed enough people already, and I aim to at least minimize the suffering. I swear to God, if there still is one after all of this. And he puts both of his hands on both of your shoulders. Do you understand me?
Understood, Lieutenant.
You can see some more tears rolling up, but he wipes his eyes. Good. If there's any business you need to sort out with the rest of the division, do so. Depending on what happens or how bad the next attack is, or God forbid, they push while we're gone, say anything you need to say. Have drinks, have cheers. You understand? You're a person, and so are they. Brothers and sisters in arms. God damn it, you all deserve at least a moment of happiness. Of camaraderie. Mickey died out there. He takes out his flask, he unscrews it, and he fucking throws it back for a minute. Cheers to Mickey. And to everyone else who died.
And to those who remain. Connie pipes up behind Saul.
Here, here.
Rekka yells out, just into the crowd, 3 cheers for Mech. And then I give 3 cheers for old Mech.
Connie joins in with the cheering.
As Lieutenant Saul leaves, Meyer, you feel a weight drag upon your shoulder as Rekka is like hanging off you, and she jabs her finger into your chest. You better get some fucking batteries.
They're on the list. Actually,
I'll fucking ruin your ass if you get nothing.
how well do you know me? Of course, get fucking batteries.
Lots of them.
I feel like this is just going to be a repeat of the same list as last time, to be fair, but
it has been a month.
It has been a month. So, like, yeah, I'll be out of all that stuff. Anyways. Honestly, probably before leaving, I will, like, go around and check in with the remaining squad leads and see, like, what the fuck we need. Like, resupply on that he can reasonably get his hands on. Because that also includes
man.
I remember our poor dumb bastard auxiliaries. Like, these guys showed up here with nothing but was it rifles, armbands, and helmets. So we can get them some Kevlar. Although, not Kevlar, flak jackets. So, just say, do Zeeks use flak jackets? Because
no,
God knows enough of them lying around.
No, Zeeks weren't even expecting to fight a war on Earth.
It's poor dumb fucks.
Yeah, the only reason you aren't you haven't lost everything and you're currently holding is because it's like they have mobile suits, but like if they didn't have mobile suits, you'd be straight up winning.
We're kicking the crap out of them.
As a reason, Philippe made the comparison he did.
The mobile suit is their one saving grace.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. Yeah, I will go whip around with the various squad leaders, just see what the fuck is top priority stuff that we can reasonably get our hands on.
So
through legitimate and then less legitimate means.
The screen fades. I have not gone to the bathroom in a while, but there's one last scene we need to do before we finish up for the episode. But I'm dying over here.
Yeah.
Bio break.
Yeah, go ahead. God damn, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, that was I had to get in the fucking character there for a minute.
Yeah, that was fantastically well done.
Oh,
that was amazing. Okay, I'll re-listen to it over the recording, but I ran to the restroom, so I only caught the latter half of that. But I was caught in hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, no, Saul is from a military family who is across the world, and none of them are in South America. None of them.
The funny thing is, Philippe's family are in a similar position. He just didn't bring that up because he didn't think it would have a point.
Well, it's like Saul has the worst thing because he's not interested in military politics because whenever there's a family reunion, that's the only fucking thing that's talked about. So he hates it. He just hates the idea of talking about it when it's like, God damn it, we only all get to see each other every so often.
What's going on?
Philippe thrives in that environment.
We're talking about the moment with Saul, and I'm kind of talking about Saul's family.
Excellent. Speaking of families, is everyone ready? Everyone here?
Yep.
Yes, I'm ready.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah.
Connie, Meyer, Saul. You're walking in these 20 or so Zeeks down the road to the amazed onlook of the civilians still living in this part of the city. You know, in between their jeers and the occasional burning wreck of a car, the trip is dark and quiet. Connie.
Are we just?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Meyer?
I was just saying, are we walking back, or do we take one of the carriers back?
You're walking
Okay,
back because, well, the opportunity to get jumped inside a 225 is pretty big.
No, that's fair. I was just wondering if we had wounded or not. Or they're all...
That's a good point. I saw in your 225, there's wounded, roughly 8. A couple of gunshots. However, the biggest one has to be the knife wounds.
Let's see. Like, are we talking like street knife wounds or bayonets?
Bayonets.
Got it. Did we take? I assumed we took the. Actually, would Philippe let them take the medic?
Well, the medic has to make sure the guys with the knife wounds don't die.
Yeah, fair. But do you need help with anything? I'm not a doctor, but you saved my life.
He just waves you off. Just let me work.
Got it. He goes up to the cupola, keeping an eye out.
Connie, I believe you have a conversation. As you know, you're walking these prisoners along.
Yeah. Oh shit! I just realized she probably doesn't know Connie's there.
No clue.
So he's gonna. I'm assuming he's walking alongside the prisoners, and he's gonna scan the prisoners and look for his sister.
You find her. She's in the middle of the pack.
He's gonna slow down and match her face.
It's kind of strange. So, the last time you saw her, she was 9 years old. That was 7, 8 years ago? What was it?
Yeah. About that time. 7, 6 years ago.
And now
Connie's gonna. Oh.
it's just, she kind of reminds you of your mother.
He sighs a bit and pulls out a cigarette and lights it, kind of hoping that in the darkness of the city, the flash of the lighter will illuminate his face a bit, because he does not know how to start this conversation.
She doesn't notice.
He takes a deep drag and says, "You've grown up quite a bit, haven't you, Lily?"
You see her head snap over. Good. Connie?
He kind of starts choking up a bit in the flesh.
She seems dumbstruck. She's stopped walking forwards.
He grabs her arm gently and kind of guides her out of the line.
This happens, yes. You're a little bit away, but you're still walking along the road.
It's been 7 years, Lily.
She looks you up down. Look at you.
Yeah, he's blood all over his BDUs. His uniform is probably bloody, dirt, dust, burn marks. How does she look?
Quite the same.
I could say the same about you.
And she says,
How's mom doing?
before you,
No,
she
you go
says-
first.
So she says, out of the millions of soldiers in Earth and space, somehow we end up on the exact same part of the planet.
He lets out a sorrowful chuckle. I had a nightmare about the same exact thing, but luckily it seemed to end better in reality than it did in my dream. And he takes another drag off of the cigarette.
She looks at you smoking. She says, "Mom would have killed you for that, you know."
Oh yeah, she would have. How is she, by the way?
Lillian looks a little uncomfortable. Says she would have.
He sharply inhales. And he kind of tenses up but keeps walking. And his eyes start to get a little bit wet around the edges. What happened?
And she says very meekly, "Well, cancer, really."
He raggedly inhales and he just starts crying.
And then the scene fades to black. Unless anyone has anything else they'd like to do.
I think I'm good.
I'll take that as a yes from everyone. Recording is now stopped.